The FBI director appointed by Trump, what does he want? He wants the ultimate fighting championship to be part of the FBI. Yes, FBI and the UFC. Somebody about to get a check. Put it up full mass. This is privatization light. According to sources, FBI Director Kash Patel was told, he wants to bring the UFC to the FBI. Now just keep that picture up. Does Kash seem like the guy? I know he can be, but do you really believe this is his idea? On a conference call this week with the heads of the FBI's 55 field offices, the director suggested that he wants the FBI to establish a formal relationship with the UFC, which could develop programs for agents to improve their physical fitness, said sources who had been briefed on Wednesday's call. Newly installed FBI Director Kash Patel, who's proclaimed plans to overhaul the nation's premier law enforcement agency, have rattled many within the Bureau, has proposed enhancing the FBI's ranks with help from the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Y'all, we in trouble. I'm going to get through this story. Unfortunately, this is not an SNL skit. This is real life, and we are in the twilight zone. And so let's just deal with it, all right? The martial arts entertainment giant, whose wealthy CEO, Dana White, helped boost President Donald Trump's reelection, according to sources who were told of Patel's proposal. White, who is esteemed to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, has long been friends with Trump and last year became a big donor to Trump's presidential campaign. He joined Trump on stage in Florida during Trump's victory speech in November, just hours after polls closed on election day. I gotta say this, oligarchs move quickly. I mean, Trump about to get that money back plus some right now. Through the FBI, our money. It's important to note as of 2020, White, 51 years of age, has also made significant contributions to Trump over the past 5 years, recently giving a donation of $1 million in November to America First Action. That is a pro-Trump super PAC. 2 weeks earlier, Trump appeared at a UFC card at Madison Square Garden as White's guest, becoming the first sitting president ever to attend a mixed martial arts event. Significant donations were made this election as well. Within hours of Wednesday's call, word of Patel's UFC proposal spread to current and former FBI officials around the country. Quote, if they're trying to up their physical fitness, the UFC is very specific in their fitness, said ABC News contributor Rich Frankel, the former special agent in charge of the FBI's Newark, New Jersey office. Frankel, who spent more than 2 decades with the FBI, said the FBI may benefit from increasing its physical fitness standards. So the idea of UFC helping with the FBI's training regimen may not be as unusual as it sounds. He said some FBI officials have previously brought in martial arts experts and others to offer tips to agents, but, said Frankel, I don't want UFC to take over the gym. It's not exactly clear what Patel would want the UFC to do or provide to improve the fitness among FBI ranks. The FBI, in their infinite wisdom, decided not to comment on this story. They didn't even back it. You got to understand. FBI said, he said what? No comment. He's the director. He said, which means obviously there's a press release. There's a comment from the FBI. No. Why? Because Patel likely doesn't even want to do this. Wise thoughts here.
I mean, Kash Patel, as one of his first order of business, telling the troops, the rank and file, that they got no hands. And so he needs to get the UFC involved. It's crazy. Like, you jokers can't fight. It's kind of crazy. But also, more importantly, as Dr. Richey so beautifully pointed out, Dana White proprietor of the UFC, prominent Trump backer, they're proposing he get a contract with the government, our money, taxpayer money, essentially a sanctioned kickback for this guy's support of the president. It's just corruption at its finest. It's just obvious. It's obvious corruption. It's obviously a bribe, payback, whatever you want to call it. And it's no different. And I'm sure you guys saw this. Elon Musk on December got a contract from the State Department for $400 million for armored Teslas, okay? This is the self-dealing we're talking about, cleaning up the government efficiency and waste and all of that. It's taking the pile of money from one place, putting it directly in the pocket of Trump's oligarchs, AKA his pimps and handlers. That's all this is, nothing more, nothing less. I'm sure these FBI cats can't fight, of course, but that's what they got the guns for. Okay, and this idea that UFC is going to come in and clean up their operation on the physical hand-to-hand combat situation, I just think is BS. It's just another way to funnel money to the rich.
Yeah, and it's interesting because federal agents are more so investigators than, let's say, a street cop, right? If there was a need, it would be the local police. Who may actually encounter a random criminal incident, which likely doesn't happen to the average FBI agent. All right, we'll bring you updates as they come.